Good evening, Arsenal fans. Neomis here. Um, of course, I don't sound like the Neomis that a lot of you know, but after seeing that game, um, a game that I thought we were going to win, when I did my preview on Tuesday, I was predicting a 2-1 victory, and then like over a few days, that gradually turned into a 2-0, a 1-0 victory. But never would I have imagined that Brentford would have get a clean sheet against us um, in a 2-0 victory for them. And there was a guy on my preview video, and when he talked about Brentford, and he said that Brentford wouldn't sit back, that they would attack, that they got good intensity, and that they'd play well. And you know what? For the most part, they did play well. Um, but when I look at Arsenal and how we played, I just don't think that we were good enough throughout many different areas of the pitch. You look, I was on the 101 Arsenal show, and we talked about like a lot of the stats on how the game went. We had lots of possession in the game, which we don't really get a lot of, which was good to see, especially when the starting lineup had the likes of Balogun and Martinelli, who has just kind of really come back. Um, and with Smith Rowe at the 10. So lots of it, lots of young players, and it was also told to me that this was the youngest side that Arsenal have ever started in the first game of the season in the Premier League. And I don't want to put this all down to age, but I do have to say that yes, a lack of experience was the cause of it. However, the reason why we lost this game starts all from the back. Starts from the back because of the defense. Just overall, just poor. Such a poor defense. Chambers, who I'm a fan of, but today was the worst game I've seen him play. Not good enough for me, Callum Chambers. Mari, I've never rated and have said that he lacks the ability to spot danger. I think he's grossly one-footed, and there was more of that today. But I think probably for me, the biggest surprise would have to be Ben White. For a guy that we spent 50 million on, multiple mistakes from him today. And I'm going to put this part of this loss down to is we're playing a completely different back four. And I can't wait to see Rob Holden and Gabriel back at centre back because I think that that's what we need. Deviating from what helped with our good defensive record at the end of the season, I think is it's not good. And I think that not only is this a hiccup, well, I think this is a massive problem. And I think that in order for Arsenal to kind of progress, they've got to make this lack of getting 3 points from somewhere else. Where this is going to happen, I have no idea. Because it looks like our both of our strikers are ill, and even before doing this video, Arteta has already come out and said that he seriously doubts that they're going to make it back for the next game. Um, the, I'm not sure what's going on in terms of the club with this Lacazette and Aubameyang situation. Me personally, I don't feel like they're ill. I think this is a prelude for some type of transfers that's going on. Something clearly has happened, and for this to randomly happen like that, normally we would get something to say that Aubameyang and Lacazette they pick up an injury, maybe injury training before the game. something has happened. Maybe they had a bit of a flu, which for me, I'm just like, take some fucking night nurse, and you know, everything will be fine. But with this isn't good. My guess is that they're probably going to be leaving the club, or some deals kind of coming through, because I did hear a story earlier on today, but I didn't really put it up to anything serious, that Arsenal would be open to selling Aubameyang, which, I mean, to be honest, I've heard that for over a year now, but I still didn't take it seriously. The same thing with Lacazette, but I mean, Lacazette's got 1 year left on his deal, so he's going to be off at the end of the season. But we're going to need at least one of them back to play up front, in my opinion. But I will say this, and again, I will keep on stressing this, that Mikel Arteta needs to find a way. Because if he doesn't, we are verbally fucked with a big capital F. And the next two games in particular, well, at least one of them, I don't think it's going to get out of hand. But our next game against Chelsea, it's going to get out of hand. If Arteta does not change things, if he does not find a way, please, Arteta, find a way to get the best out of the players that you have. Do not be stubborn, because if you are stubborn, we will then be fucked. Like, I cannot stress this. We have to find a way. Yes, not everybody's perfect. Yes, there are certain players that we need upgrades on, but we are not having the right foundation to be able to get the best out of their players. Now, I'm not trying to say that I'm like somehow Arteta in or anything like that, because for me, I still don't trust Arteta. If you are, I've been watching my videos, and games like this not only cement that, but it puts things in perspective and shows this as being really scary. Because when I look at the first 10 games, including this one before this game, I thought we were going to get 9 points. And this was going to be three of that nine. So after 10 games, and we only have that, I mean, what, we're talking, what, six? Six, theoretically, after 10 games. Arteta's not going to make it. He isn't going to make it. Like, we're going to have to come up with some surprise wins against Chelsea or City, and I don't see it happening. Who's going to score the goals? This team is not set up to get the best out of their strikers, and that is the fundamental thing that Arteta needs to get right. Set things up to get the best out of your strikers, whether it's Pepe, Martinelli, Balogun. I really don't know. And the fact that, we sell Joe Willock, and we need goals. We need goals right now. Like, you just really have to say that. Like, what is this club doing? What are they doing? Because how can you make a decision to get rid of a guy and a player in Joe Willock who can give you goals, but then you just get rid of him for 25 mil? I really hope that there's a plan. I really hope that there's a plan, because Arsenal fans, like, putting these videos up for you guys is going to become really, really difficult. Every fan wants to see, at the bare minimum, hope, some element of progress, and of course, we all want success. But what I see right now is nothing. I see nothing there. I see some little sparks, some little embers, but what is going on? We are now going to become a banter club, and you know what? Like, next week against Chelsea, I made certain commitments to people that I I would be part of their streams, and I'm dreading Chelsea right now. I really am dreading Chelsea because Chelsea right now, and before came on this, like potentially Lukaku could play against Chelsea next week. We could play against Lukaku, and I'm just imagining Romelu Lukaku absolutely dominating Ben White, Omari, and I just I don't like what I see. So I know Arsenal fans are pretty annoyed, sad, angry, pissed off, like every bit of emotion all rolled into one. And he, I try to stay positive, Arsenal fans. Like I honestly believe one way or another, this isn't going to last long. We are going to have to make some changes soon, and one way or another, Arsenal would at least be again in a position whereby things could change. Um, but on a positive note, because I do want to end things positive, I try to be positive. From what I did see today, I have to say that the best player on the pitch for Arsenal, Albert Sambi Lakonga, or who likes to be called Sambi. I thought he did a good job today. Definitely Arsenal's best player by far. Great interception. The ball was making tackles. His creativity, his passing, getting around the pitch. And there were even times where he pushed forward just outside the box in the number 10 to try. There's a time where he tried to create a chance for Smith Rowe, but didn't quite go according to plan. And the things that he was doing, those are the things that you wanted kind of Granit Xhaka to do. Now you have a Granit Xhaka that's out on the pitch, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing there? Now, I mean, he wasn't the worst one on the pitch, Granit, but for someone that's supposed to be, he was put the captain today, which I think is an absolute disrespect towards every Arsenal fan that's out there. But I expect more from him. The same thing how I expected more from the likes of Pepe today, but we didn't quite get that. Now I put it at the feet of Arteta because I believe that this is where the manager has to come up in a way to get the best out of what he has. No more excuses, no more BS. Get it fucking right, Arteta. Because Arsenal fans like me, we've had enough. I've refused to even buy one of the new Arsenal shirts from last season or this season because I want to see the right changes. And I put up a video today talking about Odegaard and me not wanting Odegaard, and I'm wondering whether I was wrong for that. Maybe we're so crap that we need Odegaard, and maybe we need Madison, and we need to get every single possible player that we possibly can imagine to help bolster our midfield, to give us more creativity, to give us more goals. And you can make an argument that maybe creativity isn't much of a big issue, but it's really scoring goals that's the issue, and that we need to go get some goal scorers. Now I don't know where we get them now because as I record this, it's Friday, August 13th. Friday the 13th. Um, and we got what, just a little over 2 weeks left in the transfer window, and just isn't great. Just isn't great. So, I will say this, Arsenal fans, thank you very much for listening and watching the video. Um, Depending on what happens tomorrow, I'll probably put up a video I'm sure something will happen. Maybe we'll get a few more details about whatever ailment is going on with Lacazette and Aubameyang. Maybe it's not too serious and they can be back, or at least one of them could be back for the next game. And then hopefully Arteta could look and try to figure things out to get the best out of the players that he has, because as of right now, I think there's a massive problem. I think there's an absolute massive problem, and I could only see it getting worse. And when I mean worse, I mean like Arsenal finishing like firmly in the bottom half of the table. And I'm the guy telling people and demanding that I get European football, because I have had enough of this playing once a week crap and nonsense. I'm an Arsenal fan and I want to be playing European football, and we have to improve. Have to improve this season. Cannot be going backwards. But nevertheless, I want to say thank you all for watching. I know it's a bit of a drag, and I'm not the same Neomis that a lot of people would have thought, but I did personally think that I thought we'd win this game. I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I thought we'd win. Um, but the next couple of games are going to be tough. But I'm still going to do these. I'm still going to be uploading on YouTube. You know, I've made this a commitment. And I'm still going to watch the game and support Arsenal, because I am an Arsenal fan, and you know that's what us fans do, even though we might not necessarily want to do it. So yeah, leave your comments below, everyone. Leave your frustrations. Like, I'm sure a lot of you feel this way. I'm sure people are already on Arteta route, and you know what? I really don't fucking blame you. Um, so do leave your comments. Do like and subscribe. To all the new subscribers, I promise you that it gets it. I do get a lot more positive. But this is um, this is one of those games where unfortunately I couldn't. So hopefully Arsenal give us something over the next at least 7 days before the Chelsea game to look something more positive. So I will see you all next time.